Welcome to Masterpiece Tarot. Here you'll find timeless messages to guide your soul's awakening. If you're here, trust. You are meant to be. You can support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. These help support my mission of creating more peace on Earth. Okay, welcome in collective. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. I've been away for a couple days, not because I haven't been doing tarot readings, but because I've been experimenting with making videos, and I have had a couple hiccups along the way, so I haven't posted any of the videos that I've made because they're all kinds of issues. The one that I thought actually turned out pretty well, the sound got messed up. So anyway, I'm back, and we're just going to stick with this for the time being. But I do appreciate you tuning in. Okay, we're going to get general messages here from Spirit to start us off. Okay, Spirit, thank you for using me as a channel to bring through these messages for the highest good of the collective. And what kind of message is it that you would like to bring through at this time for the collective, Spirit? Please bring through clear messages. Message of freedom. I'm going to start off with a message of freedom. Alrighty. Okay, Spirit, tell us about it. What is it about this message of freedom that you would like us to be aware of at this time? Alright. Alrighty, we've got a King of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, a Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's planting seeds here. This is a slow-moving knight, but looks like there's an intention to plant a seed. There's an opportunity. We have a Hierophant. So, collective, if this resonates, you may have an idea that you're going to be discussing with, perhaps a business owner, somebody who might be able to help you, help guide you as you do this. There's a challenge here. We do have a passionate new beginning. This could also be, taking action on a new idea, a new project. We'll have to see why that's a challenge. We'll have to see. The action to take, rest up. Rest while you can, collective. Okay, if this resonates, if you're thinking about starting a project or maybe are in the early phases of doing something here, in the material world, whether that's buying a home, starting a business, moving, it does look like you're going to be guided. But Spirit is saying at this time to rest up. Rest while you can, okay? We'll have to see what that's all about. Let's get some clarifiers, Spirit. Please clarify this Knight of Pentacles. Who is this Knight of Pentacles here? Possibly an Empress. We have a Five of Swords and the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Okay, well, the clarifying cards suggest that we may have one or two individuals here. These could be in relation to the Knight of Pentacles. The Empress here in this image is with child. She's pregnant. She's holding a pomegranate, which indicates that she, is expecting. She's very fertile. This is all queens of the deck, so she's, quite accomplished. And she is, represents the divine feminine. And then on the other end, we have the Hanged Man. So there's a sense of waiting at this time. And it does appear that there is some type of conflict in the energy. There's some adversity. We see a couple individuals, they've got swords in their hand, which indicates that there might be, something going on where there's some kind of an obstacle, maybe for the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, the seed could represent something to do with the Empress. And so there is a sense that perhaps due to whatever's happening here with any kind of adversity or conflict, it's going to slow things down, and there's a reason to perhaps pause for a moment and try to see things from a higher perspective, perhaps gather more information at this time. It does look like there's an opportunity here, though, to get some guidance, some support, some mentorship. So there might be something that's going to assist. Right? If you feel like this is, resonating for you, if there's a sense that there could be some competition. This is more like conflict, though. Competition sometimes can be friendly in a way. May the best man or woman win. But this is getting into, swords can cut and hurt and do damage. So this is on a little bit different level with the Five of Swords. So let's see what this Hierophant can bring to the situation. Let's see who this is. Got a Three of Wands, a Three of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Okay, so we've got an Emperor and an Empress out here. I do think that definitely there's something building with the Three of Pentacles, partnership, collaboration. There's also a sense of expansion. And I think this individual who's going to be assisting with whatever dynamic is happening here, as this Knight of Pentacles is attempting to bring in an offer of some kind, trying to, get something started. I think there's an Emperor who is going to mediate the situation. He's going to somehow assist this to be able to move forward, maybe bring some clarity in for the individuals involved here. Why is the Ace of Wands a challenge? There's Lovers, Four of Swords again, and a Queen of Swords. Well, Ace of Wands is about a passionate new start, perhaps between a pair of lovers. This could be challenging if there's a Queen of Swords in the environment. Queen of Swords is an air sign feminine, but again, the swords doesn't have to be an air sign, but the sword represents somebody who can be cutting, somebody who may be trying to remove somebody. And it looks like the suggestion is slow down, rest, and seek peace. Okay, seek peace and harmony. Take steps that are going to ensure peace and harmony at this time. Be aware that there may be somebody who's looking to perhaps separate the lovers. Yeah, watch the passion at this time, okay? It could have tempers flaring, is what I'm sensing here. I do see this Emperor and this Empress. It looks like there could possibly be an offer coming in here. And yeah, I think that not everybody's going to be happy about this. Not everybody's going to be happy about this. There could be some folks who are quite unhappy and who would want to break things apart, stop things, slow things down, this sort of thing. Action to take. Ensure that you are, protecting your peace at this time. Protecting your peace at this time. Slow down. Focus on resting. Yeah, allow this frenzy, whatever this is that's going on over here. Okay, there's a sense that, somebody maybe has been cultivating something here. We've got a Seven of Pentacles. They've achieved some kind of growth. But then we have Death card. So there's an ending. And followed by the Hermit card. So there's a sense here that, the suggestion here is to just understand that if there is a cycle that's closing, Obviously, a lot of times there's some grief that comes with that on one or both sides, and that needs to be processed before a rebirth can truly occur. And so if you are experiencing a death, an ending in a connection perhaps, or in something that you've been building, like if you have to pivot and change direction or something like this, take the time that you need to process what's happening and prioritize your peace, and know that you are going to gain a lot of wisdom from having had this experience. Let's pull a few more cards and see if Spirit has any other words of wisdom here. It does, to me, this seems like a partnership in love and or business that for some reason brings with it this energy of this Five of Swords. There are people who are not very supportive here. They want to fight about it. But it does seem like there's a lot of guidance here. Okay, we've got the Hierophant, an Emperor, and an Empress. These are mature energies. We have two cards of the Four of Swords, which is like resting, recovering, peace, and harmony. This needs to be the priority right now. And we have the Hermit, which the Death and the Hermit. Okay, so the Death card really implies that something is closing, ending, something's over, something's going to be over. Whatever was being built, whatever has grown to some extent. The 7 is like a 7, right? It's not an 8 or a 9 or a 10. It's getting there, but it's not there. And it looks like there's an ending to it. And the last card is the Hermit. So use the wisdom that you have at this time to, intuitively know what it is that you need to do. Seek the wisdom, okay, from this whole situation if you find yourself here anywhere in this dynamic. And we've got the Devil, and we've got the Star on the bottom. And Judgment. Wow, look at these cards, and the Magician. And Justice. Sheesh, you guys. Okay, these cards are intense. So the Devil just came out. Yeah, so there's a sense that there is something that needs to be released at this time. For this, anything to move ahead, Devil energy has to be released. Okay, and once that's done, okay, the Hermit can identify. The Hermit has the power to discern, or, just tell the difference between what, let's say you want to build something. You're not going to go out there and build a house on a frickin' pile of sand. You're going to lay a foundation. You're going to make sure the forms are all right, and that it's all square and solid and no cracks in the concrete, and right, all that stuff. And you're going to build it properly. And so what I'm seeing here is there is a need to slow down, because if an Emperor and an Empress are going to be building something, and they have almost the blessing of a Hierophant here, and they have a really passionate, fiery, potentially creative connection here with the Lovers, there is a need to be very careful in how you move forward. This Hermit and this period of resting, absolutely critical to be able to, get into the Queen of Swords energy here and cut off anything that would sabotage what it is that you're trying to build. Cut off that Devil energy, remove it from your life, whether it's addictions or people that would, try to thwart the path or cause trouble. Okay. Take the time that you need to heal. Okay. Make sure you're in touch with God. Be praying at this time, and always be communing with the divine. But allow yourself to receive those downloads. Allow yourself to continue with the awakening process. Allow your vibration to elevate as you level up. Every time you cut something toxic from your life, your energy opens up. It becomes more free. You heal more, right? Yeah. Here we're going to just keep focusing on balance, and then we're going to manifest justice. We're going to balance out the scales. And I think this is a pretty clear message. I don't think Spirit's messing around today, guys. I think this was very, very clear message here. Okay, so stay on your path. If this resonates for you, you know where you are on this timeline. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. But these are like very clear steps to take. Spirit's just giving it all away here. So here you go, guys. I hope this is helpful. Actually, let's get like a couple of oracle cards here. Oops, those aren't the oracle cards. There they go. Let me see here. Oh, here. Wait, I'm so confused. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Yeah. A couple oracle cards. Spirit, please and thank you. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Right? I know that I'm never alone. Envy. I am the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Nice cards. Nice messages. Thank you, Spirit. Thanks, Collective. Bye for now.